Hi everyone, welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Nina. I hope you're all enjoying your weekend so far. It's sunny in England, so if you're in England, I hope you're enjoying the weather. And from wherever else you are watching in the world, I hope you're having a good day. If you support Chelsea Football Club, I am sure that you are keeping busy long after the Premier League has ended. I mean, it's only been a week, guys, but it just feels like it's been so long since we've played. But yeah, at the same time, it feels like we haven't quite got a break because there's so much news circulating around the media. Who's coming, who's going, what Pochettino has in plan for next season. And, you know, I can't help but feel excited because it's time for some refreshment, guys. It's time to offload, it's time to reset, and it's time to get cooking for next season. So it's good to see that there is a lot of action, a lot of talks, a lot of negotiations, and Pochettino is wasting no time in getting rid of the players that don't have a future at Chelsea. And so it seems. So we get a break from football, but we are busy in the transfer market. We knew that would be the case. I perhaps didn't quite imagine it would be this quick and this sudden. It almost seems like we got news. And Fabrizio Romano is keeping busy. He's keeping us busy. So it's going to be a busy couple months ahead, guys. But today I am here to talk about Kai Havertz, our Champions League goal scorer, Kai Havertz. Frankly, there's not a lot more to him than that, guys. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Kai Havertz hater. I criticise him heavily. He deserves it. You know, he has been at Chelsea enough seasons for me to be able to have that judgment on him now, because that Champions League goal is great. It is going to go down in history. It's what won us the Champions League against Man City. But guys, it's not enough. It's not quite enough to justify Kai Havertz's place in Chelsea Football Club. We've seen him play under, you know, a few managers. It hasn't quite worked out. Graham Potter couldn't really figure out where he fits in. Lampard didn't really know what to do him either. Yet he is one of those players that will consistently make a start. And you look at it and you just don't know why. You know, there's the argument he's not a number 9, but he's been consistently played as a number 9. And he's occupied a position which somebody else could have played in. You know, I'm talking Datro Fofana, even Aubameyang this season. These players could have had a lot more minutes had Kai Havertz not been consistently started right up top. And does he deliver? No, he doesn't deliver, guys, and that is the problem. You know, I keep saying you don't need to be a striker to be able to finish the most simple of chances. You know, Kai Havertz hasn't really challenged goalkeepers. You know, he doesn't really have that in him. He'll always shoot in the keeper, wide over the bar, and yeah, I'd say one of the most standout goals, one of the very few this season, was the one that was assisted beautifully by Enzo Fernandez over the defensive line, and I believe it was a volley as well from Kai Havertz, and it was finished superbly. But where is that for the rest of time, guys? You can't just do that once in a blue moon, which Kai Havertz does. You'll get 2 back-to-back goals from Kai Havertz, and then he'll go missing for 8 games, but he'll consistently start. And that's been my problem with Kai Havertz. I've seen better performances when he comes off the bench. You know, he kind of puts a shift in, brings something different. He has like the back heel passes. He'll make a creative pass, but bar that, there's nothing else. There's nothing much else to it. And considering we paid 75 million, I believe it was, it's just not quite worked out. It doesn't quite cut it. And my worry with keeping Kai Havertz, guys, is that, okay, Pochettino comes in. He's got a good reputation for bringing out the best in players like that struggle, that can't quite figure out where they play. But my worry is, guys, is Pochettino going to waste his time? Is this going to be another case of trying to drain the life out of a player that just doesn't really have it in him to play for Chelsea up top? So that's going to be a real question there, and I trust that what Pochettino has in plan for Kai Havertz will be the correct decision to make. I mean, Fabrizio Romano announced earlier today that Karim Benzema is leaving Real Madrid. Of course, Real Madrid legend and all, an absolutely phenomenal number 9. And we saw, to be fair, like a few days before even this news was announced, that Kai Havertz had been interested, Real Madrid were interested in Kai Havertz, and this was a couple of days before, obviously, it was official that Benzema was leaving. So I was quite pleasantly surprised that, you know, a team from La Liga is interested in Kai Havertz, because my worry with selling Kai Havertz was that we don't exactly have clubs lined up battling it out for Kai Havertz. It's the truth. But to see that Real Madrid has a genuine interest in Kai Havertz was quite promising, I'd say. It was quite promising. Obviously, Ancelotti seems to be quite a fan of Kai Havertz. You know, meeting in the last few fixtures when we have met in the Champions League, I think he has kept an eye on him and perhaps sees him being integrated in that team. And now with the news of Karim Benzema officially leaving Real Madrid, then that deal might be on a road to perhaps realising itself. It might perhaps happen, guys. I don't know. But my next question is, how much money are they willing to pay? Because considering how much money we spent, and we just tried season after season after season to make it worth that much money, and it just hasn't quite worked out. So we are still looking to make some money off him. He's a young player, you know, he's not a bad player. That's the thing with Kai Havertz. He isn't a bad player. There's just something about it, you know. I can't really blame, you know, him entirely. Perhaps managers just haven't quite figured it out. Perhaps Chelsea is just doomed to have a number 9 that can actually, you know, score goals and be a top goal scorer. No. So there's a lot of factors you can put it down to, guys. But, you know, if he can prosper at Real Madrid, then hey, if they're going to try him as a number 9 and he goes off to score goals and be a top goal scorer, guys, us Chelsea fans are going to drop our heads to the ground and just say, well, what on earth? What on earth? You know, it's just going to be bizarre. It's going to be bizarre. But yeah, Kai Havertz, a young prospect. They're going to be looking to fill Karim Benzema's absence. That is a huge job to have. Some may laugh if Kai Havertz is the close replacement there, but we shall see. We shall see, guys. So yeah, that's news on Kai Havertz there. I know he scored in a few finals. If I'm not wrong, I think he scored in the Club World Cup final. I think he scored in the Super Cup as well. But that isn't just quite enough, you know. You can't just hang on to a goal that you've scored in a final. You know, you scored in the Champions League final. But quite frankly, we've got to move on from that. We really do have to move on from that, guys. So let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on Kai Havertz departing? Is it a good thing? Would you like Chelsea to keep him so we can see what Pochettino can bring out of him? Is it worth trying him for another season when we're looking to rebuild around players, around new arrivals which are coming in, already arrived in January, arriving in summer? Is there a place for Kai Havertz in Chelsea's squad next year? Is there a place for him, guys? Let me know. Smash the likes if you have enjoyed this video. Subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a lovely weekend.